Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. Then it's Ball, and it's Green, and it's Miller in at the 2. And for the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Grimes in at the 2. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Green passes the ball. From outside the arc, that one's in, his first shot this game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Maxey. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Here's Embiid. They shoot again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Outside, Ball. Pass to Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Oubre outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're in business.
There's Ball with the 3, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Executing the plan here early, still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Maxey, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Maxey with the screen on Miller. Here's Grimes. He's covered by Ball. Such a wide open look.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Here's Ball.
What happened, but they didn't win a single game against him. And you could tell he...
From deep three-point land. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. The 76ers trail by 4. Maxey looking it over. Drills the three-pointer. Maxey's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Philadelphia.
From three-point land, few guys in this league are better than Maxey. You have to run him off that line.
Maxey against Ball. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Yabusele. Back to Maxey. Bridges with the board. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Now, here's Maxey, following the miss by Lamelo Ball. Embiid the screen. Here's Grimes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Hornets leading by 3. Now, here's Ball. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Sinks the triple.
Great 3-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Here's Grimes. Scoreless thus far. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Here they come. Nice round of applause for your 76ers TNT.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Philadelphia.
Now at the break on the floor,
Substitution on the court.
Ball against Lowry. And it's Lamelo Ball with the three. Ball's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Charlotte. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. All out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Josh Green. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Diabate in at the 4 slot. Here's McCain. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
The perfect roller. Joel Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes. Really anything in that set.
Williams, a screen on Lowry. Here's Ball. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signed Paul George to create a star trio. Along with the great value signings around the edges, Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big three, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Embiid with a screen on Curry. Here's McCain. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Mark Williams. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
This game has been all about tenacity for them. Getting right in the defense's business and winning trip after trip to the line.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And the 76ers with some changes. Yabusele comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyle Lowry. And it's tied up with that one. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's McCain. Following the basket by Lamelo Ball.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, Lamelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
It's his first trip to the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
The first one falls. Ball hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Grimes, guarded by Curry. Grimes passes to Yabusele. Shot clock at 3.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
With the lead 65. Five-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
You and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
See what we got. Nice try. It's all good. All right. Substitution for your 76ers. Kelly Oubre Jr. Tyrese Maxey.
The 76ers trail by 5. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes, guarded by Curry. Here's Yabusele. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Takes the three, and Ball with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Two on the clock from deep three-point territory.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
There's the three, and it's the Hornets another three.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now, here's Maxey. 16 points for him. Embiid with the screen on Curry. There's the drive. Grimes with the bucket.
That's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Ball surveying the defense. And Embiid with the block.
The timing on the rejection, Embiid's feel for when to go after blocks is ridiculous.
And it's Ball that time on the assist by Curry. Ball's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Here's Yabusele. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Pass to Embiid.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him. Shoot two.
First one falls for him. Greg is a player. How long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
And the Hornets making a change here. Jeffries is checked in. And so he hits both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly lined so far here in the second quarter.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else and flat out choked it.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ball with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the call will be against Lamelo Ball. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in.
Number 1.
A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Ball against Maxey. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets leading by 10. Left side, Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. Great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points per game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
And the first one drops.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Ball hits them both.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
1:03 left to play in the first half. Ball. And it's Grimes with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 10. To the left wing. Here's Maxey. Count it. Maxey's got 20 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Ball against Maxey. Beyond the arc. And that's good. Lamelo Ball for 3.
3-point.
Ball's got 39.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Maxey. Ball with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now Maxey from the arc, and Ball with the block. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. This next one comes to us from Unicorn Armand. They ask, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Okay, Ernie, let me take this. In culinary terms, it's the vegetable. But from a botany standpoint, it's a fruit because of the seeds.
What do you mean, bought any? I bought plenty of tomatoes, and I got all of them from the veggie section.
He said botany, as in the science of studying plants.
Science, you don't need to overthink it, Ernie. If it can go on a burger, it's a vegetable.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from Lamelo Ball.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Kelly Oubre out there with Yabusele. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
The 76ers trail by 16. Pass to Grimes. Back to Maxey. That's a floater go, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his third personal foul.
That's on Mark Williams.
Team foul.
Maxey straight challenging the D, rewarded with the whistle.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Maxey hits them both.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
Now, here's Ball. There's the triple. The rebound by Yabusele. Pass to Grimes. And Ball with the block. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Yabusele passes to Maxey. Six to shoot. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got 25 points.
So locked in from range, Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
And it's Ball penetrating, and the layup falls. And the Hornets lead by 13.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Pass to Grimes. Oubre with it. Now Green defending. Here's Yabusele. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Yabusele. One shot.
And that one misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
DA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Now, here's Ball. Non-stop scoring machine here. He gets that one.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
The 76ers trail by 13. Outside, Maxey. And he uses the glass on the layup. Maxey's got 7 points here in this quarter.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet. And
stolen by Maxey. On up the court. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks.
Another bucket. Wow.
He's at 50 again. He's done this a few times this year.
This has become old hat. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
And this is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Down low. Here's Maxey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Lamelo Ball picks one up.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good options.
First free throw is good. And the Hornets making a change here. Smith has checked in.
Substitution on the court.
On the court for the Hornets. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Lamelo Ball is out there with Trey Mann, and it's Williams at the 5. The 76ers trail by 14. 4-on-3 break. And Lowry gets it to go.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Here's McCain, defended by Mann. Crimes with the bucket.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Hornets leading by 11. Outside, Ball. Fires the 3. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Lowry has the open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now, here's Ball. Defense right on him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Take a break. Another thing they've done well tonight is convert at the free throw line. May seem like a little thing, but boy, it can pay big dividends.
That's good from Ball. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Grimes. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ball against Maxey. Pulls it up. And again.
He has tied the mark for second most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. Here's Maxey. Sinks the three-pointer. Maxey's got 38 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll. Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Maxey kicks to Yabusele. Shoots the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ball from long range. And it's the Hornets another three.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Maxey passes to Yabusele. Back to Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Bryant. Another three for Philadelphia.
A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
Hornets leading by 15. Ball with it. From deep three-point land. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Embiid's got 13 points in the second half.
No stopping Embiid inside. He is a beast.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. .143 left in the fourth. There's Ball with the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He knows every possession is critical now. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Lamelo Ball.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. That shot, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hornets.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LaMelo Ball.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down. As
connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Oubre can't get it to go. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Miller outside. Ball from long range. The rebound by Yabusele. Oubre kicks to Yabusele. Oubre outside. Over Miller. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Lamelo Ball.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that game against the Nets, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Green out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Williams. Then there's Lamelo Ball. And it's Miller in at the 2 spot. And for Orlando, it's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Paolo Banchero is out there with Mo Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3, small forward. And with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A. We get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind, point differential could be key in advancing. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Anthony with a bucket.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Suggs against Ball. Great D that time from Suggs. It's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Hornets team.
And they were the odds-on favorite in this matchup last year, but actually lost the season series.
Let's not forget, Jalen Suggs is a great football player growing up. He is not afraid to mix it up down low.
Here's Ball. Orlando making their last shot. Now here's Bridges. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And Ball with a basket. The assist from Green. Ball's got 5 now.
When Lamelo entered the league, his three-point shot was a little bit of a mystery, but boy, we can put that to rest. This young man can shoot it.
Now here's Wagner. 15 in his last outing. Out to the wing. Here's Banchero. 5 to shoot. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Suggs against Ball. It's deflected. Here's the 3. And Charlotte another 3.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Pass to De Silva. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Ball looks over the floor. And Ball throws it down.
Yeah, this is just a big-time offensive performance from a young Lamelo Ball. He's already put the league on notice.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Lamelo Ball.
He has been so impressive on defense, and it really comes down to effort. He has been working so hard to terrorize the offense and keep them under pressure at all times.
Charlotte leading by 5. That went off the back iron and out. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, it was a tough one to watch. There were some bright moments, but ultimately their mistakes. teammates caught up with them.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Suggs against Ball. With a step back. It's rebounded by Wagner. Magic trail by 3. Here's De Silva. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game. Anthony against Ball. Just 4 to shoot. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Banchero against Miller. Bridges outside. Pass to Ball. And here is Green. Puts up a 3. And Ball with the basket on the assist by Green. Ball's got 16 points.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
To the middle. Suggs with the bucket. Now Ball. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
And it's the Magic with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Ball with a steal. Three-pointer. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
What an exciting young star Lamelo Ball is. Already a fan favorite if he's in the open court. Look out.
Now here's Suggs. 20 points for him last game against Washington. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Green finds Ball. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:49 left in the first quarter here. Banchero outside. To stop the run. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Get ready, everyone. See yourself on the screen.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Anthony. And a change for the Hornets. There's Ball with a 3. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
On the court for the Hornets. They've got Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Ball in at the point. Ball. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Banchero surveys. Over Green. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Ball into the lane. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Ball's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Here's Black. Green covering. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Mark Williams. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well. As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Steps back. Here's Banchero. Lays it up and banks it in. Banchero's got 6.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Ball outside. Fires for 3. And the Hornets, another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Magic have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. And always fun to see which players have been the deadliest from three-point range. Lamelo Ball, number 1. Third is Brandon Miller.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
And the first one at the line is good.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the...
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Hornets running away with this one. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
The young guys are playing well, but it's the long season. There's something called the rookie wall.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which players hit that wall and which ones knock it over. And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Magic.
Yeah, they're giving the game away. Some of it's decision-making, some of it's lack of focus.
They'd better wake up early in the second half or we're going to be the ones to fall asleep. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Lamelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Banchero out there with Mo Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Hornets leading by 23. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. The 3 from Banchero. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Responding nicely with his own three, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Suggs against Ball. And there's a call on Lamelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
And with a big lead, it's easy to take your foot off the gas like they did there.
Orlando has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Suggs, the pass to Wagner.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2, Mo Wagner.
And that one misses.
Mo Wagner, the perfect rotational big. Rebounds it, sets hard screens, and we know, guys, he's a very capable scorer if given the opportunity.
That one misses.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score door.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets. Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Banchero outside. Back to Suggs from outside the arc. Ball with the rebound.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Whoa! And that one is stuffed right through.
Doesn't it feel like highlight moments and Lamelo Ball go hand in hand? Just another display by a big-time talent.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Anthony. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. To the inside, here's Suggs. And the basket is good. Suggs has got 4 points in the quarter.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Charlotte leading by 23. Ball outside. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Ball's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, in the first half he was unstoppable from deep. Now 2 more since the break.
Suggs, the pass to Anthony. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Cole Anthony, the exact guy you want to take an opportunity to answer from 3.
Ball against Suggs. From downtown, yet another bucket.
Once again, he hits the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance has tied him for third most 50-point games in a season. He just keeps delivering.
And I can't believe he has matched Kobe's 10 games of 50 points. And it just shows the level of greatness we are witnessing this season.
Timeout called, the Magic. Checked in for Charlotte. And now we get a second to view the top scoring teams. Charlotte leading by 18. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out to the right wing. There's Ball with a 3. That shot, no good. Orlando has gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Houston. Here's Carter. Good. Carter's got 10 points in the game.
Well, you see Carter Jr. just carve out space, finish attacking the hoop. That's a nice move.
Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him.
Blocking foul called on Caleb Houston. Third personal.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Magic foul. Houston. Third personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Charlotte, Lamelo Ball. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ball. And so Ball nails both of them. Here's Black. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Carter. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And so it's Charlotte with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. As we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Charlotte, we've got Grant Williams. Seth Curry is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Diabate in at the center position. And there it is for him.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight, almost impossible.
Here's Black. Pass to Houston. Inside. Here's Carter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue. And you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Charlotte leading by 18. Up top Ball. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Houston's got 4 rebounds in the game. Joseph passes to Black. Carter, a screen on Curry. Outside Carter. Down low. And he jams it home with authority.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting 59% in this one. A good average. To the wing on the left. Ball outside. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship. LaMelo Ball, a guy who is so unique in terms of his frame and the game, but boy, the potential is limitless.
Howard's checked in for Orlando. A nice shot by Houston.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 16-point lead. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Howard with a screen on ball. Pass to Howard. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Diabate grabs the board. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Man, he's checked in for ball.
23, Trey Mann. Substitution on the court.
Charlotte has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Again! What an avalanche! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
To the paint. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
And stolen by Banchero. To the inside. And Anthony slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now here's Anthony. Banchero outside. 6 to shoot, and Ball's over to help. Anthony finds Wagner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's been all Hornets.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hornets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night. And again for 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Orlando calls timeout. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Here they come, Magic fans. Your 407.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Lamelo Ball.
And I'll tell you what.
Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the game. Anthony left means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And we present the player of the game, Lamelo Ball.
On the floor for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. At shooting guard, Gary Trent. And now, your Charlotte at the small forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Damian Lillard.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. Brook Lopez is out there with Portis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And for Charlotte, they've got Lamelo Ball. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Green, and it's Miller in at the shooting guard position. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Now here's Lillard coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. A three-pointer, no good. Ball against Lillard. Ball kicks to Williams. Milwaukee with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Ball against Lillard for the three, and that's good. Lamelo Ball for three.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Lillard, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
Yeah, there is this old-school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the three, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Here's Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Ren, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Kuzma. Trent with it. Left side, Portis. Shoots over Bridges. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Ball with the three. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ball's got 8 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Portis. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Trent against Miller. Pass to Kuzma. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Ball puts up a deep 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. And as you would expect, their focus on defense is Damian Lillard. He said Lillard's smart. He's seen every defensive look there is, so we can't get fancy. Our main thing is to be ready with help defenders inside. We can't allow him penetration. They're hoping to limit the damage he can do at the rim. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Again, ball missing. The Bucks trail to the middle. Trent, right side.